Hey everyone, welcome back to Real World English, the podcast where we talk about real life, real situations, and real English. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Fred, and today we've got a topic that honestly kind of hit me personally when Hannah first suggested it.
Yeah, I could tell. You went a little quiet for a second.
I did, because the topic is nobody is coming to save you. Which sounds a bit dark at first, right? But it's actually, it's one of those phrases that once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Exactly. And just a quick note for everyone listening. If you're learning English, that expression, you can't unhear it, means that once you've heard something, it stays with you. You can't go back to not knowing it. Like, it changes you a little.
Good one, yeah. So, nobody is coming to save you. Where do we even start with this?
Okay, so I first came across this idea, and came across just means I found it or encountered it, by the way. I first came across it in a self-help context. Like, you know those moments when you're waiting for something to change? Waiting for your boss to notice you? Waiting for the right opportunity to just land in your lap?
Oh, absolutely. I think most people have been there. You're kind of just sitting there, expecting life to sort itself out.
Right. And the idea behind nobody is coming to save you is basically that rescue, it's not coming. You have to be the one who takes action. You have to save yourself.
So it's empowering, actually, even though it sounds harsh at first. It's a wake-up call.
Yes, a wake-up call. And Fred, for our listeners, can you quickly explain that one?
Sure, a wake-up call is something that shocks you into realizing you need to change or take action. Like, imagine you've been putting off going to the doctor, and then something small happens and you think, okay, that's my wake-up call. I need to sort this out.
Perfect. And honestly, that's kind of the spirit of this whole topic. It's not about being pessimistic. Like, it's not saying you're on your own and nobody cares. It's more like the opposite of victim mentality, you know?
Victim mentality. Yeah, that's a big one. That's when someone always sees themselves as powerless, like bad things just happen to them and there's nothing they can do about it.
And I think a lot of us, myself included, honestly, slip into that mode sometimes without even realizing it.
Oh, 100%. I used to do this thing where I'd complain about the same problem for months and just wait for it to fix itself. Spoiler, it didn't.
Spoiler alert, yeah, problems don't tend to fix themselves, do they?
So let's get into some real examples, because I think that's where it gets interesting. Like work situations. Have you ever been in a job where you just felt stuck?
Oh, God, yes. I had this job years ago, I won't name names, where I was totally undervalued. Like, I was doing so much more than my job description, and I kept thinking, someone will notice. My manager will bring it up. HR will step in. And guess what?
Nobody came to save you.
Nobody came to save me. It took me way too long to realize that if I wanted things to change, I had to be the one to speak up, ask for a raise, or just leave.
And that's such a common thing. We wait for permission, almost. Like, we need someone to give us the green light.
Give us the green light. Oh, that's a great phrase. If you're learning English, give someone the green light means to give them permission or approval to do something. Like a traffic light going green. You can go now.
Exactly. And the point is, sometimes you have to give yourself the green light. Nobody else is going to do it.
What about relationships? Because I think this comes up there too.
Oh, massively. I think people stay in situations, friendships, romantic relationships, hoping the other person will suddenly change. Like, if I just wait long enough, they'll become the person I need them to be.
Yeah, and that's painful to say out loud, but it's true. You can't change other people. You can only change how you respond to them or whether you stay.
Which brings us back to taking ownership. That's kind of the core idea here. Ownership of your own life.
And taking ownership, that means accepting responsibility, not blaming circumstances or other people, but saying, "This is my life. I'm in charge of what happens next."
But I do want to push back a little here because I think there's a version of this idea that goes too far. Like, there's this hustle culture interpretation where it becomes, you have no excuses, grind 24/7. If you're not succeeding, it's your own fault.
Yes, and that's toxic, honestly, because sometimes people genuinely need help. Sometimes the system is stacked against you. Sometimes mental health makes it incredibly hard to just take action.
Right, so I think the healthy version of this message is, it's about agency, not blame.
Agency. I love that word. And for listeners who haven't heard it, agency means the ability to make choices and take action, having control over your own life. It's different from just saying, "It's all your fault."
Exactly. It's like nobody is coming to save you is a reminder to use the agency you do have, not a punishment for not having enough of it.
That's really well put. I think the emotional side of this is also, it can be lonely, right? Like realizing that you have to be your own hero. That's a bit daunting.
Daunting, yeah. Meaning it feels overwhelming or intimidating, like standing at the bottom of a really big mountain.
But then you take one step and then another.
And that's honestly what it comes down to. You don't have to fix everything at once. You just have to stop waiting for someone else to start.
I read something once, I think it was a quote, something like, "You are already the person who is going to save you. You just haven't met them yet."
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Right? It reframes the whole thing. You're not alone. Your future self is coming. But you have to build that person.
Okay, that got a little deep.
A little, but in a good way, I think.
So, practically speaking, if someone's listening to this and thinking, okay, I relate to this, I've been waiting to be saved, what do they do?
I think the first thing is just awareness. Noticing when you're in that waiting mode, like catching yourself thinking, "Someone should fix this," and asking, "Okay, but what can I actually do right now?"
Small steps, which sounds cliche, but
But it's true. And cliché, if you're learning English, a cliché is a phrase or idea that's been used so many times it feels obvious or overused. But sometimes clichés are clichés because they're true.
the most cliche thing you can say about cliches.
I know. But seriously, the small steps thing. Like, if you're unhappy with your fitness, you don't need a perfect plan. You just need to go for a walk today.
If you're unhappy in your career, you don't need to quit tomorrow. You can just update your resume this weekend.
If you're learning English and you feel stuck, you don't need a new method or a better app. You just need to use the English you have right now in a real situation.
Oh, nice. I see what you did there.
I had to connect it. That's us, by the way. We're not going to save you, but we're going to give you the tools to save yourself.
Which is basically what real-world English is all about, honestly.
Exactly. Okay, should we move into words and phrases?
Let's do it.
All right, this is our words and phrases segment, where Fred and I go back through some of the best expressions from today's episode. And these are all words that came up naturally in the conversation. So hopefully they stuck with you a little already.
First one, a wake-up call. So, a wake-up call is an event or realization that forces you to take something seriously. You could say, losing my job was a wake-up call. I realized I needed to learn new skills.
Love that one. Okay, next. Came across. This one's super useful. To come across something means to find it or encounter it by chance. Like, I came across a really interesting article about sleep last night. Meaning, I found it. Maybe I wasn't looking for it specifically.
Good. Next up, give someone the green light. This means to give permission or approval. My manager finally gave me the green light to work from home on Fridays. You can also say, get the green light, like, we got the green light to start the project.
Ooh, and now, agency. This one's a bit more formal, but really worth knowing. Agency means the power or ability to make your own choices and take action. Learning a language gives you more agency when you travel. You're not dependent on other people to communicate for you.
That's a great example. Okay, next. Taking ownership. To take ownership means to accept responsibility for something. Your actions, your situation, your results. Instead of blaming the team, she took ownership of the mistake and fixed it. It's a really positive quality in professional settings.
And our last one, daunting. Daunting means something feels intimidating or overwhelming, usually because it's big or difficult. Starting a new language can feel daunting at first, but it gets easier. And actually, the opposite of daunting is manageable. So when something stops feeling daunting, it starts feeling manageable.
Nice contrast, I like that.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, that's a wrap for today's episode of Real World English. Topic, nobody is coming to save you. And honestly, I feel kind of fired up after this one.
Same. Like, in a good way. It's not a depressing message at all when you really sit with it. It's actually really freeing.
Totally, you're in charge, which is kind of amazing when you think about it.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. Leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. And share it with someone who might need a little push today.
And if you're working on your English, keep going. Nobody is coming to save you. But you've totally got this.
See you next time.
See you next time, everyone. Bye!